Hi, Philip here, and I just wanted to do a brief tutorial on how to use Unity's depth mask to hide the water in your boats. So as we can see, we're here in Unity, and I'm using this awesome asset I purchased from the Unity Asset Store called Low Poly Water. It's really amazing, and it animates itself. It's really cool, lots of great settings. And then I just have a simple boat here from Cinti Studios Polygon Pirates. I love Cinti Studios' work. So this is my first time using a boat and water, and I had never really thought about it. And boats, they need to sit in the water. So when I set my boat in the water, and I felt like, hey, that looks not bad, or maybe something like that, I forgot how meshes work, and I started getting some seepage in my boat. And if I moved it in different parts, if there was waves or the water, went up and down a little bit, sometimes the water could look as bad as this. I had a really hard time figuring out how to fix this, so let me show you what you can do. You can use a simple depth mask to fix this. I'm going to show you kind of a lazy way, and then I'll show you a way you can utilize Blender to make it a little bit nicer. All right, so you can just simply go to the wiki, Google depth mask. You'll probably find it, but I'll also include this link in the description of the video. And all you have to do is highlight this shader code here. Now, prior to learning this, I had never utilized a shader at all. Well, not on purpose. It was all built into prefabs and assets and all stuff like that. So I wasn't really confident in how to alter those, but it turns out it was really easy. So this is what we need to do. So the first thing we need to do is we need something to hide the water. So the lazy way would be to just duplicate the asset we're using. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and unpack the prefab completely, and boom, water hidden, right? No, it's not going to work because you got a boat on top of another boat. That ain't going to work. We got to do a little bit more than that. So what we can do is I need to make a new material. So we're going to come over here. I'm just in my assets folder and right click and go to create material, and we'll just call it depth mask matte. Okay. And now we need to create a shader, which I had created materials before, never a shader. So I was always scared, but I'm just going to right click create shader, and then just standard surface shader. All right. We're going to call this depth mask shader. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. This is just for me. And I'm going to double click on it. I was just using Visual Studio before. All right, well, we'll go this way just because I'm lazy. All right, so once you have the shader code opened up in whatever coding platform you're using, delete it all. Okay. So I guess technically you wouldn't need to do this. This is just the way that I did it. It seemed easy enough to me. And then just paste the code that we copied from the wiki. Okay. And then come back over here, save that bad boy. I thought, no way is this going to work, but it does. Go ahead and close that. All right, so we want our boat mask. I'm going to name this boat mask so I don't forget what it is. And then we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the material, which I don't really care what the material is because we're not going to see it. And I'm just going to take my material here, and I think I can just drop it over there like that. And now you can see, even in the material preview, there's nothing there anymore. And so now I'm just going to take the depth mask. I can drag it up here, but I want to make sure it hits on the right boat. So I'm going to come over here to my boat mask. Boom. Well, what happened? Our boat disappeared. All right. It's now just a mask. So what it does, I think, is when the camera's looking at it, the camera looks through it, I think. But it works, so that's all that matters. So what I could then do, again, lazy method, is I can just move this down to where it's in a place that I feel like it's doing its job. Now, again, it's going to be a little wonky if you do this super lazy route. Like you can see there's all this extra nonsense here. I even experimented with just rotating it 180 on the Z and on the Y. So it's an upside down boat. And then, look at that. Yeah. But you can see that it's masking out some of the water in there. So let's hop over to Blender and let's take a better look at how we can fix this. Okay, so here we are. We are in Blender now. And we need the shape. We need our mesh. So I'm just going to go back over to Unity. What's this one called? It's called this guy. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to copy the name, come over here into my project file, and small boat, rowing, hull. It's got a gazillions of them, but I think it's this guy. Oh, you know what? I can just come here and I can click on the mesh. So here's the item in the hierarchy, and then this is the mesh I want. It's right there. So what I can do is I can duplicate this, Control D, and then F2, and rename this bad boy something like A underscore, just so it's at the top of my list. Mask boat. And then we'll go to Blender and delete everything by pressing A and then delete. And then we're going to import an FBX. Where's everything installed on this computer? I'm using my Shadow PC right now, and I just installed Unity and Blender and everything in it, and I don't remember where everything's installed at. Sometime later. All right, so if you're like me and you forget where everything's saved on your computer, you can just right-click on the bad boy and go Show and Explore. Haha, there it is. Users, in the users folder. Okay, so let's go back to Blender. There it is, users. I think my user's Shadow. Now where? Tests, assets, Polygon Pirates. Okay. Tests, assets, Polygon Pirates, models, a mask boat. All right, so every time I import a Cinti asset, it's wicked tiny in Blender, but that's fine. I'm just going to double click on it over here in Blender. I'm just going to double click over it. I forget what does what in which tools sometimes. I'm just going to zoom in with my scroll bar. Oh, it's because the scale's wicked tiny. Let's set it back to 1. There we go. That's something. All right. All right, there's our boat. Okay, so here's what we need to do, if I can remember. We're going to select the object. We're going to press Tab to enter into edit mode. Press A for good measure to make sure all the vertices are selected. We're going to go to Mesh. We're going to go to Convex Hull. No, wait. I forgot a step. We need to go to Side View and get rid of these extra doomahickeys. So I'm going to turn on X-ray, and I'm going to highlight it like so it gets the vertices on both sides, and delete vertices. Thank you, Blender. I'm going to highlight these bad boys and delete vertices. Yes. All right, now I'm going to select all vertices by pressing the A key, and I'm going to go to Mesh, and I'm going to go to Convex Hull, and Bob's your uncle. That's what we want. So we done. Tab over to object mode. Basically, it just made us a nice, big, solid boat. So file, export, FBX. Where was everything again? Users, Shadow. Let's go up 1. We'll go to tests. We'll go to assets. We'll go to Polygon Pirates. We'll go to models, and we'll go to, we'll call this A. We'll just call it hull. Export FBX. All right, back to Unity. There's our hull. And so I showed you the lazy way with the boat mask. We'll just delete that bad boy. And we'll just bring a hull in here. All right. And you can see it's still trying to use the Cinti shader template UV mapping thingamajigger. I'm just going to go ahead and unpack prefab completely. It kind of surprised me that it is a prefab, and I am going to, actually I want to parent this with the other the boat that I'm masking and just reset my positions and then unparent it. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it parented. That would make sense. We need to keep it as a child so that it moves with the boat. And now we're going to go back to my assets folder, and our material is already set up from the previous step. And we're just going to grab this and drop it on a hole. And boom! It's magic! It's gone! Look at that! Look at that! We have something weird, funky going on right there in the back. To where we're at this angle, so we might want to make it even cleaner, cut off the propeller off the back. Shoot, let's do it. Go to Blender, and let's undo. Can we do that? Is it too late? Is it too late to undo, Blender? Undo again? No, it's not too late. All right, so let's do a threes again. We're still in X-ray. I want to delete those. Deleted. And maybe like some of these. And deleted. Maybe that guy. Yeah, I kind of want this whole bottom part gone. X to delete too. Fun fact. I mean, I probably don't need to worry about those ones in the bottoms, but I think that's gonna be our win there. All right, so select everything. Go back to mesh. Go back to convex hull. Something doesn't seem right. No, it's okay. It's okay. And then go File, and then go Export, and then go FBX, and then we'll just replace the other one. And we'll go to Unity. And yeah, look. So it's hard. We can see the propeller again. All right. It's not weird. Maybe a little bit of weirdness, but I can live with that. All right, and remember, this is just blocking the camera, I think. Again, I don't know. I'm a noob at all this. I just learned as I go, but I thought making this video would help someone else out. So if you wondered how to keep your water from showing through your ship, look, I just disabled the little depth mask we made and now enabled it. So if you've been trying to figure out a way to stop the water from leaking into your boat, this is how you do it. I might show you in another episode how to do this exact same thing to put holes and stuff. So yeah, if you like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing other cool stuff like this. Unity, Blender, Hit Film, video editor, and maybe some other stuff. OBS Studio, we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you later.